Good morning. Welcome to 365 Days of Richer Living, daily morning reading, meditation, and prayer time. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. Today is May 11th. I cleanse the window of my mind that it may become a mirror reflecting inspiration from the Most High. And the scriptural reference for this morning's reading comes from the third chapter of the book of Malachi, verse 10. And prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive. We should believe that God is the invisible partner in our lives and affirm that divine love goes before us and prepares the way. We should permit ourselves to be guided, for there is something within us, deep at the center of our being, which knows what we ought to do and how we ought to do it. I am listening to the divine presence and permitting it to direct my path. Thoughts and ideas will come to me, and I shall be led to follow them out in my everyday life. I shall be impelled into right action. I know how to meet every situation in calm trust and with the complete conviction that divine intelligence is guiding me. I wish to do only that which is constructive and life-giving. Therefore, I know that everything I do is prospered. Everything I touch shall be quickened into a newness of life and action. Every constructive purpose in my life will be fulfilled. I have a deep sense of inner calm, a complete assurance that all is well. The same intelligence that governs the planets in their course is now acting as law of good in my personal experience and in the experiences of everyone around me. I do thank God for this increase that is mine. I do accept divine guidance. I do believe that I am in silent partnership with all the power, all the presence, and all the love there is. I place my life entirely and completely under the protection and guidance of this power, and I rest in complete assurance that everything I do is prospered. And so let's take that into our time of meditation. With this breath, I recognize the infinite, the one source, the one substance, the one activity of life that I call creation. It is all there is. It is omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. It is infinite and eternal. It is creating out of itself, infusing its creation with itself to expand its experience of itself. It is that which is constantly changing, and yet it is changeless. It is that which is continuously giving, and yet it is never used up. It gives without being depleted. This is the grace of the infinite, the continuous giving of itself to its creation, which is itself in form. It is that one that infuses its creation with its very authority to create. Whether we call it procreate or create, it is the divine. It is the infinite. It is this one life infusing itself in its creation, empowering its creation to use it to create, to use it in, through, and as to create. There is one life. That life is known by many names. God, Buddha, Allah, Great Spirit. Whatever name I apply at any given moment, it is all there is. There is one life. By whatever we call it, it is life. And whatever it is my life. And I smile as I recognize I have no attachment to a name, no need to limit whatever this magnificence is by a label. That I am aware and recognize that it breathes me. It is the breath I breathe. It is the thoughts I think. It is the very heart that beats within my physical being. It is the oxygen. It's the blood that runs through my veins and the oxygen that is carried to every cell in my being. It is every cell in my being. It just is all. It is all that is formed and all that is the field of infinite possibility of the unformed substance of life. It is the most magnificent cosmos and the most magnificent speck of dust and every magnificent particle in between. All life, all life, all this one expressing itself in incredibly amazing diversity without ever separating itself. One creation of diverse expression that is whole, that is never separate from itself, that is in fact inextricable, cannot be separated from itself. And I just allowed that in. I allow that to calm any restlessness within. I allow myself to fully feel, to fully know the truth of my being, that I am that informed, that right where I am at any given moment, all of life is pouring itself into this residence of life that I call me. Whether I understand myself to be an individualized cell in the infinite body, or I recognize myself in the scriptures that in my Father's house there are many mansions, and meaning rooms, and that I am simply a room in the house of the infinite. However I understand the individualization of me, I just allow it to truly permeate my awareness in this moment. For every particle of me to vibrate at that level of, I am that I am. And to imagine every element of life, the birds I hear chirping as they awaken to the morning, the traffic I hear buzzing in the background, all life, all of equal value, being made out of the same substance. Each one expressing what it was imagined in the mind of the infinite to express. Every blade of grass, every caress of the wind, every drop of rain, every ray of sunshine, every moment of now, holy, precious, magnificent, filling me with awe and wonder of the creative authority, the divine imagination that just creates. And so knowing that I am that informed, knowing that the creative authority of God, life, the great mystery, live within me, are the interior of me, I begin to grasp the authority that I use on a daily basis through this thing called thought. And I choose to align my thought with the truth of my being, that thing deep within me that knows. And so I go to that place in this moment. And I speak my word, recognizing it is the word of that creative essence, speaking in, through, and as me. That the body of the one is already whole, that every cell within it, every person within it, every animal within it, everything within it is already whole, perfect, and complete within itself. Each expression, a divine blueprint of the infinite itself, unfolding itself. And so I know that each body is a residence of God. It's a repository of God. It's an expression of God. And within that truth, each body is fully equipped with perfect health. That there is no perfect health to be achieved, but rather the perfect health that was born in us to be recognized, to be revealed, to be received, to be excavated by removing every thought that is anything other than that. And so I speak my word this morning, neutralizing fear with certainty. Neutralizing doubt with assurance. Neutralizing divine discontent with perfect alignment. With that divine yes to whatever is calling each expression of itself forward. That whatever is within each one that is pushing, pulling to be expressed, that there is an excited and equal divine yes. Yes. That every decision is made from the interior of my being, from the knowingness deep within me that knows what is already mine to be and do. So I say yes. And I have faith that gives me courage to follow the path as it's laid before me, no longer requiring that I see the whole path, that I see a destination. And I chuckle at the idea of a destination in eternality that has no end. I hold my humanness lightly, gently, in humor of appreciation. So grateful. So grateful for each beloved individualized expression of the divine that is in this thing I call my life, where our unfolding paths have intersected and joined. I speak a word of upliftment, a word of connection, a word of resonance, that I am operating from and in such clarity that the vibration of my own being is a healing presence. And by healing, I simply mean revealing more God. That I am a center of peace, that I am the activity of calm, that I am the vibration of love. Grateful. Grateful to understand that every word spoken in the first person I is spoken for all of humanity, for all of life, because there is only one here. And so I speak it and I receive it within and as the activity of the whole. What is done unto one is done unto all, because there is only one. So I give thanks. I give thanks for the magnitude, for the language, however limited it is in this physical realm, to have some mechanism of expressing. And I give thanks for the silence. It simply knows the divine, experiences the self within the self. I give thanks for the truth that in the oneness of itself, every thought is immediately acted upon by law, the activity of creation, soul, whatever we call it. It is that aspect of the infinite that receives the idea, the imagination, the affirmation, the demand, whatever we call it. That part of the infinite that receives that and immediately acts upon it. No resistance. It simply makes it so, and makes it so immediately. And so I know that everything spoken this morning has already been acted upon, is already complete. And so I choose to receive it now. I choose to be aware, to be led, to be guided, guarded, and protected wherever the path leads. It is the path of the infinite unfolding, and I say yes, knowing it's already done, knowing there is nothing for this human to do to make life happen. There's nothing this human needs to do to answer, to make the prayer answered, but rather to follow those divine nudges that are the answer to the prayer. And so I release, I let go of any thinking that would thwart the immediate experience of answered prayer. And I step fully into my divine yes that already knows exactly where it's going, exactly how to get there, when to move, when to hold, the speed to go. It knows it all. And so I surrender to that knowing. I allow myself to be guided. I allow myself to be revealed to myself. What a joy, what a peace to simply release. And so I do. I let go. And let it be. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is.